Oh, hey, friends. So, the reviews are in on Diana the Musical. They were not kind. Whew. Now, personally, I did not expect the show to get great reviews. I didn't think they'd get mean reviews. And we got mean reviews. My thought on that is... Hello, Michael.
Hi.
My thought on that is that since they put the show out on Netflix, which is still a decision that I don't know what... I'm not the producer, so I don't know why. Filming it without an audience, without reaction, without applause, in a bubble, and putting it out there, a lot of people got out there and said, oh, it's terrible. You got to see it. It's terrible. So I have a feeling a lot of critics had 3 good months to say, oh, let me really sharpen my knives now that I've watched it on Netflix and really dig into it. And they did. That's just my opinion. So, okay, the reviews are in. We have producers who are... These are entitled children. Entitled fucking children. I'm all for sterilization. Kidding. Don't come for me. Where was I? Our producers had a talk with us last night saying, we have a plan. We have a different ad campaign we're approaching. They're going for it. And I admire them for that. They believe in their show. What the critics said, a lot of what they said, I agree with. The way they said it, I don't. I do find it's disappointing that they didn't praise our company more because that cast is working their asses off. And I think there's some fine, wonderful performances on that stage that got lost in and this is bad and that's terrible and this is dreadful and you shouldn't. I think a lot of what gets mixed in with the Diana musical is... My personal opinion is that you shouldn't do a musical about a beloved princess who died tragically. I don't think it's necessarily even about the show or the work on the show. Again, my thoughts. So anyways, in general, when it comes to critics, this has always been the way with art. If you make art, you put yourself out for criticism. Any form of art. Pre-internet, pre-Yelp, any industry was like a doctor who, how often are you going to is that a good doctor? Only if someone personally went to them and told you personally, yeah, he's a good doctor. No, he's not a good doctor. She's a good lawyer. No, she's not a good lawyer. But now that there's Yelp, anybody, that's a terrible person. That's an awful business. That's a good business. This is a dreadful place. You should never go there. You catch somebody on a bad day and no, cancel them. But art has always been this. The thing is with art, and other businesses now too, is this is people's livelihoods. Your opinion is affecting my livelihood. A film comes out, it is reviewed. Well, the studio either makes money on it or they don't. It's already in the can. Whereas theater, nobody buys a ticket because you said it was terrible, and we all lose our jobs. All right, that's just kind of the nature of criticism and critics. So that's my thoughts on that. Yes, I read them, and I agree when it comes to my own work, too. I've read the good and the bad. I think if you're going to read the good, you have to read the bad. When it comes to the show, we don't talk about it. When we get back in the theater, everybody knows what's going on. It's vaguely talked about amongst ourselves, but we don't discuss really openly. No, everyone's got feelings on this, and it can be very hurtful to people that have really put their hearts and souls into this project for years. So it's encouraging that we have producers who are going to go for it. Whether they're going to be able to pull the rabbit out of the hat is anyone's guess. And that's good reviews or bad reviews. We're in a pandemic still, and audiences are not what they were. They even told us yesterday, Thanksgiving week is traditionally a very strong Broadway ticket buying week. Huge. It is not this year for anybody but Hamilton and Wicked. So good luck to us all. So we're in it now. We're just going to do the show. What's more important is now we move on to the fun stuff where Billy goes in tonight and says, we're having a hand turkey decorating contest. Here's the templates. Do your hand turkeys with my craft supplies. Don't steal my craft supplies. And we'll judge them next week. So moving on to the fun stuff. Billy being social coordinator and morale booster. So there, rah, 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 and onward.